Okay, kids. I made some major upgrades to my system here. Major enough. I, I had been using AMCAP to do my recordings, and now I'm using OBS Studio. Much better. My system has much less lag to it so far. The way I'm doing it is pretty messed up, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully my audio isn't screwed up. Hopefully my video doesn't screw itself up. We'll see. Anyway, so salt crystals. This is just a quick tour for myself mostly for proving or disproving the system. Okay, at the lowest power here I have to use dark field because of the way I got it set up. Now I can tear it all down, but I really, okay, let me show you what it looks like when it's torn down and it's running just as a microscope. As a normal microscope should. See, the background is very bright. In order to get visual on the salt crystals, you have to way overblow it, and I get an enormous hot spot in the center from the illuminator on the lowest power. I've still got some speckles in there. They're real hard to get rid of on the sensor. Anyway, so IR filter back in place, which helps the colors look a whole lot better, and my dark field stop, which is great. Now, the reason for dark field on a crystal is the same reason that you would use it for protozoa, any kind of transparent-ish sort of target. It blackens out the background, and then you can see not only the surface, the top surface of the target, but also you can see through it into the inside quite well. These are just common table salt crystals. This is the lowest power, so you're probably looking at what, I don't know, just a couple of hundred power, something. It's always hard for me to figure on this system because it's direct projection. It only uses the objective, the body of the microscope, and no eyepiece projecting directly onto the bare sensor of the camera. No lens on the camera either. So it's a direct projection technique like you might use in astrophotography, but of course this is microbiology, bitches. So, okay, let's step up a level in the power, shall we? I want to move this along. Last recording I did went way too long, and I don't want to bore the crap out of everybody. Well, I do, but nah, I'll pass today. Let's give me some light. And where in the hell is my, aha. That's weird how at first it showed a kind of a vague shadow of the crystal. You could tell it was there. Oh wow, this came out well. The last time I did it, I told the whole world that that I couldn't do dark field in the medium power setting, which clearly I lied like a bastard. Okay, I'm getting a little hesitation there in the video. I hope that's not a big problem. That's a big problem. I'm going to have to work on that. But this is the only way that I've found that I can get a mouse cursor in here. And it works really well for the job, and I need that. I need the mouse cursor so I can chase stuff around and say, this is what I'm talking about right here, in here, in here, see? That's how it works. So it's really important, and I have yet to find a way to make this work. Every other method I tried using OBS got the video just fine, but no mouse cursor, no matter what I did. So I had to do some really stupid things, you wouldn't believe it, to get that to show up, and it's introducing lag because it's not capturing the video straight through OBS. Instead, it's capturing through VLC, which is streaming the camera to a window, and God. Virtual Dub wouldn't show it at all. AMCAP would show it, but it gets to stuttering, and of course VLC is introducing lag, which I knew it freaking would. But, you know, I can still kind of half-ass my way around this. Anyway, so medium power setting. I'm babbling. This video is going to go way over time again. And this is actually dark field. Changing the condenser focus, I get this, which is more like classic microscope. Very high contrast. You notice that? It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh my god, it's like looking at a chunk of marble. But that is ordinary table salt right there. Look at all the details. I love this. Fractures and erosion from friction with other salt crystals or machinery that process the salt or whatever, I don't know what. And signs of course, cubic crystal structure within cubic crystal structure, which is really cool. Let's go up all the way, if I can manage to get it to be visible. I haven't found a way yet to do the camera settings, so I need to work that out as well. Oh man, when you have a lag and you're trying to focus in extremely high power, it feels like you're about to walk right off the edge of the earth, because something is going to go terribly wrong. You're crash the... Look at that freeze up. Don't do that. It feels like you're going to crash the objective into your specimen, no matter how careful you may be. Alright. It's a little dark and I do apologize for that, but, you know, I can only do what I can do at the moment. So this is extremely high magnification here. This is going up almost all the way. It's not oil immersion. I'm not doing that because oil is messy, but you can see it's quite clean. The colors are a little crazy, and I could fix that easily, but I need to get at the camera properties in order to even make that happen. Oh, there goes my light. But yeah, cool, right? I can give it a little more light by changing the condenser focus up, but I lose contrast doing that. So here you're looking at the same salt crystal in excess of 1,500 times. I want to say, given the scale of playback on a typical monitor, that what you're really looking at here is more like 1,500, 2,000, who knows. It's way the hell up there though, it's crazy. I've done comparisons of the micron size of a human red blood cell to what is seen on the screen, yielding magnifications, you know, of like almost 3,000 theoretical. But you have to remember, the detail isn't there, you're just scaling up. So the useful magnification is probably no more than 1,500, something like that, 1,200, whatever. I don't know, but it's really good. It's good enough to see most bacteria just fine. I want to show you a couple of little things here, if I can get focused right. Yeah, that's good enough. These little features here, I believe, are gas bubbles. I can't prove it, of course. I really doubt that they're trapped bacteria or dust because it's very, very tiny, but what I think happened is when the salt crystal formed, it trapped gas bubbles, and there they are, and they're scattered throughout the whole crystal. You can see them just about everywhere. Yeah, the lag's a little fishy. If I were chasing protozoa, I would have a really hard time, so I need to work that out. I need better methods. Look at the surface detail. Almost looks like ice that got scraped at and then mushed a little bit from heating. What's the word I'm looking for? Muted or mutilated a bit from heating, let's say, glazed. This is probably from humidity in the air causing it to mush a little bit over time, I would think. But that is neat. What you're looking at is so tiny, it's crazy. Okay, well, I don't want to drag this out forever. This was really just a quick test of the system, and definitely more to come. I want to do a little bit of work with red tide if I can get a sample, and also the blue-green algae that's been attacking our canals from Lake Okeechobee lately. I'm setting up for more to come, in other words. And you know me, I love my microbiome, and if I can ever once get a better setup going, then hell yes, you know I will. And I'll be pursuing better and better ways to show my love for the hobby, and show at least part of the world some of the things I've seen, sometimes as I see them for the first time myself. And there we have it. Well, thanks for watching as always. Long time no see, and see you next time. I'll try not to go so long in between videos this time. Bye for now. Hope everybody's having a good week. Where in the world? That's totally not what I meant to do. Bye for now.